Hey guys, good morning. Looks like we made it to day 45. Cautionary tale. This journey is just about ready to start. We've came through this last 45 days, and I'm sure it's not been without its struggles and its sacrifices. And I really appreciate you guys walking this with me. But here we are, day 45. I wanted to get this to you before any of you went to church. I'm hoping that you see this before you go to the Easter Vigil tonight or Mass tomorrow morning. This is it, man. We're on the prefaces of everything that we've kind of worked for, going into the renewal of our baptism. Amen. We've come through and we've explored our identity as a son, a brother, a man, a spouse, a father, and then just this last week, the mystic. And this last week, the mystic is where it all comes through to me. And all of these identities that we're living them out through our baptism. And that's the point that Father Innocent just, I think, effectively brings home throughout this whole journey, right? Everything is through our baptism, and it's not only through our baptism, but it's through the baptism of Jesus Christ, right? The first, from his baptism flows all the power of our baptism. So I just wanted to share a little bit with you this morning. I pulled up Jesus' baptism in all of the Gospels. And it's really short and it's really simple in all the Gospels. John is the kind of the most profound. I mean, he doesn't really even talk about Jesus' baptism as much. He talks about John, naturally, like John always talks about John, but he talks about more from John the Baptist's perspective, right? And I just feel like, it's always about John with John. Side note. I just wanted to read you this out of Mark. Okay, so I'm at Mark 1:9. At that time, Jesus came from Nazareth in Galilee and was baptized by John in the Jordan. Just as Jesus was coming up out of the water, he saw heaven being torn open and the Spirit descending on him like a dove. And a voice came from heaven, "You are my Son, who I love and with who I am well pleased." At once the Spirit sent him out into the wilderness, and he was in the wilderness for 40 days being tempted by Satan. He was with the wild animals, and the angels attended to him. The word of the Lord. Amen. So the takeaway from that is there's a lot. Short passage. I love this version because it says he saw heaven being tore open by the Spirit, right? And after it was done, it said at once the Spirit sent him into the wilderness, right? It doesn't say there at once the Spirit closed the heaven, correct? When Jesus was baptized, it tore a hole in heaven. And all of heaven's graces rained down, all of its power, all of its glory, amen, rained down on the world. Nowhere in this word does it say that hole was closed. Nowhere in this word does it say it closed up or it came together or anything else. So at Jesus' baptism, I think it's very important that we understand that and we accept that. Like there was a hole torn in heaven at Jesus' baptism and it was never closed. The power and the graces of heaven are available to us all the time. At our baptism, I believe that a similar thing happened. Heaven's gates, heaven's doors were opened up before us. They were opened up above us. And everything that we need is coming down from that place all the time. And as we walk in this place as a mystic, And that identity is new. It's foreign, right? Like the first time I read through this, I've never thought of myself as a mystic. That's weird, right? But we are. We're men called to prayer, and that's the definition that he uses for that. And so it's important that we remember the power source, like where all that's coming from. I'm standing underneath an open heaven. Everything that heaven has, I can channel. It's all for me. And that's a powerful place, guys. When I orientate my prayers that way, every prayer that I make, if it's coming from him and out to the world, it's life-changing. That's a life-changing thing. So this weekend, when you renew that baptism promise, I want you to think about what's going on above you. I want you to concentrate, open your heart, and receive everything from that open heaven. It's a powerful place. Amen. I just thank you guys for being with me on this. And I hope you have a blessed Easter. I hope all of heaven's graces rain down on you. Glory